The people of God who love God together say amen, amen, and amen. Come on, choir, give us some giving music in the spirit.
Good morning, New Calvary. It's good to see the brother. Good to see you visiting with us. Give and it will come back to you.
Good morning, New Calvary family. On behalf of the Women's Connection Ministry, today we would like to again honor all of those who are survivors of breast cancer. And just again, as you saw the video, just to bring to you the importance of being tested on a regular basis, advocating for yourself. As a patient advocate, I encourage you to please know your benefits. If you have insurance, if you do not have insurance, know the resources that are available to you in our community. And we also want to encourage our men to please get tested. When you know better, you do better. Breast cancer awareness is near and dear to my heart. My mom was diagnosed along with my brother who's on the drums. She was diagnosed, I was in the 5th grade. And we came to Norfolk every day at the Kaufman Building, River Pavilion, for her radiation treatment. And then in 11th grade, she was diagnosed again. So it is very near and dear to my heart. And you never know who is impacted around you. Many of us in this room, if you haven't been impacted yourself, there's a family member, a friend, there is someone that you know that has been impacted by breast cancer. And so we want to encourage each and every one of you to donate for research and to really get involved and to become ambassadors for breast cancer awareness. And this morning, we just have a small little token for our survivors here, and there may be others, but those whose names were listed this morning. And when we call your name, if you will come forth and just receive this small token that as a reminder that you are a survivor. And for those of you this morning, no matter what you are facing, no matter what you are going through, you will survive. And so you have the scars to show it.